What is your decision-making process? This video right here is probably going to be one of my more profound videos as opposed to some of my others where I'm talking about C4 soap. But what makes me, Bo Shevisu, say to myself, I'm going to pursue this? Oh, it smells so good. How about you in your life? What steps do you take one by one to determine whether or not something or someone is worth pursuing? A good friend of mine, Aaron Cunona, has actually challenged me to write out step by step, trying to keep them as simple as possible, what my decision making process is. And I think I've got it, and I'm going to share a lot of my heart with you. I don't know if you can relate to a lot of these, but this is what goes on inside my brain when I'm trying to determine whether or not something is worth pursuing. Now, along the way, if I go step one and if I say yes, that's good, I proceed to step two. If that's good, I proceed to step three. If at any point along these steps it's no, I pretty much stop the process and I don't commit to making the decision. But there are 7 steps that I take and almost immediately in my brain, and I can decide, because I've been doing this for years, I can decide at like a flash in the pan whether or not something is worth pursuing, because these 7 things go through my mind like that. The first one, and it's because I'm a Christian and I love Jesus, is does it honor God? Is it sin? Does it build his kingdom? Am I sinning while I'm doing it? And that little moral compass really stops a lot of things. I mean, not as much as it used to stop, but it's just this immediate, like, I don't even consider it. I don't even, like, no, that violates my moral code. It violates the Bible, and I'm not going to do that. And that's the cool thing about being a Christian, is that this saves you a lot of heartache when you have that guidance. That alone is the most important thing ever, is does it get you closer to God, or is it sin? Does it distract you from God? And so that's number one. And if it violates number one, I do not proceed, unless I'm a broken creature and I'm like, great, I messed up. I gotta go to God and say, sorry, God, I violated number one. Couldn't even get past step one. And usually the Holy Spirit is prompting me, kind of like that fire alarm. And the more I mature in my faith, the more I read the Bible, the more I connect with other Christians, the easier it is to decide, number one, does it honor God? And now I can tell pretty fast. Number two, does this decision require selflessness, or is it selfish? Basically, does it benefit other people? Now, this isn't to say that every decision I make in my life is wholly selfless. I mean, yes, I wash my face, I take care of myself, I brush my teeth, and I shave, and I'm like, well, Bo, that's selfish. Well, I could make the argument that I shave for Liz because she doesn't want to kiss a Wookiee. And so I can make the argument that that is selfless. But that's number two. Number three, I don't know where this would be at in other people's lists, but it's pretty high ranking. But number three, is it fun? Is it fun? Does it excite me? Now, there's a lot of things that go into this, and I'm going to build these out, but really, does it just kind of spark a little, whoa, hey, this gives me a little rush? And that, not every decision is, or not everything is fun per se, but that really helps me make a decision if in fact it's just fun, it just excites me. That's very important in my life. Number four, is it unique? Now, call me a hipster if you'd like, but if it's something that everybody else is doing, then I'm usually going to pump the brakes. Okay, if everybody's going to Disneyland, sure, I'll go to Disneyland. I'll enjoy it. I'll have a nice time. I'm not going to be over there pouting to myself saying, this is violating number 4 in my decision-making protocol, where this is not unique. Look at these hundreds of people enjoying the same thing. No, I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to try to be easygoing. But I'm probably not going to make it a habit to go to Disneyland every single year. Some people like doing that, but for me, there's just not that spark of uniqueness. I like that sense of discovery. And that's why I love to go to other countries and seek out other ministries to serve through Knox Studio. It's just unique. And so that really helps me make that decision. Number 4, unique. Number 5, commitment. Ooh, this is interesting. So when I am trying to decide whether or not to pursue something, Is it going to require a long-term commitment because I value my time? Now, there are some exceptions to this, like, for example, getting married to Liz. Obviously, I'm going to be committed to her for the rest of my life. Uh, Deciding to have children, I'm going to be committed for the long haul to raise these kids. But let me give you an example of dogs, having corgis. I think this is why we really uh, didn't pursue dogs for a long time, because there's quite a sense of commitment to raising a dog. And so it really took me a while to get past this one. So, not to say that there aren't exceptions to commitment, but let's just say that I really have to think hard whether or not I am long term jumping in with both feet here. Let me give you one more example as far as commitment goes. If someone from my church comes up to me and says, Bo, I want you to be a part of a 6-week Bible study with other guys, and we're going to crank through like this anti pornography stuff, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to radically change guys' lives. If he says only 6 weeks, and we're going to do it once a week, I'm probably going to say, sign me up, battle buddy. We are in this together. I mean, let's take ground away from Satan. So that's only 6 weeks. However, if the same guy comes up to me and says, would you like to commit to the same group for 6 years? I'm probably going to say no. Again, that long-term commitment. Like 6 weeks is different from 6 years. Number number six, fail safe. Ooh, can I break off quickly from it? So this is slightly different from commitment in that can I easily hit the abort button? Can I pull that, I'm getting ejected out of the fighter mid dog fight? Can I get out rather easily? And I could unpack that more, but I don't want this to be too long. And finally, number 7, and this really has to do with a lot of my products that I make and I put out there. Babysitting. Do I have to babysit this for a long time? And this is different from commitment. Babysitting is really taking a lot of my time to uh, to do something. Well, it's going back to fun. Is it? If I have to babysit something for a really long time, then it's not fun. So an example is all my products I put on Amazon, and I try to automate it as much as possible, as opposed to me sitting at home packaging Tacticlips or C4 soap to send out to people. Some people don't mind that. I think they like that dependability, or they think there's some stability to that when they do something over and over again. It's like a wrapping a security blanket around them. They say, okay, I'm gonna wake up in the morning and I'm gonna do this job and I'm gonna babysit it over and over again. And I can't do that. That would drive me absolutely crazy. I want to set and forget it. I want to automate it. I want there to be as minimal upkeep as possible. So those are my 7 steps right there. The last 3, commitment, fail-safe, babysitting, I'd say are kind of can be bundled together. But what are your step-by-steps, and what do you go through probably instinctively? You probably don't even think about it. But if I were to say, do you want to come over for dinner with my family? What immediately goes through your brain? Like from top to bottom, if I were to ask you to commit to something, or do you want to go run a marathon with me, or do you want to climb up Mount Rainier with me? If I were to ask you these, how do you make the decision as to saying yes or no?